And now, ladies and gentlemen, your first comedian and host of the show is a regular at the Comedy Cabaret, has performed at Music Fest, and he's from right here in Bucks County. Please give a warm welcome to Tim Conniff.
Hello, Bucks County. How we doing? We have some Philly sports fans here. We're in the bye week. We're 6-2, so let's get this started the right way. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! And they spelled it right. We must be in the suburbs. Wow. Thank you for coming out to support this show. Thanks to those of you who sat in the front row. I know a lot of times people don't like to sit in the front row because they don't want to get picked on. Like, what's your name, sir? Harry, I am making you I'm not going to make you stand up because you're all booted up, but Harry has a lovely sweater vest on. Give it up for Harry. Best dressed. Thank you, Harry. Yeah, he's weaponized, too. No, you look good, Harry. Hey, so the next time someone tells you they don't have a good men's department at Costco, right there. Right there. He's got 35 more at home just like it, don't you? All right. Wow. All right. So, wow. Good-looking crowd here tonight. I'm going to be honest with you, though. Not the most diverse crowd I've ever seen. I feel like I'm at a Penn State game right now. Coach called for a whiteout. Let's see how we're doing on age diversity. If you are Gen Z, make some noise. Yeah. This is always the hardest part of my set. I ask that same question at college shows, and they all turn to each other like, what are we? They have no idea. But I'm glad hey, Gen Z, here's the good news. If you don't like being Gen Z, you could change it. You could go home tonight and you can identify as a baby boomer. All you have to do is change your email suffix to AOL.com. You're AOL, Harry? Can't make this stuff up. Yahoos, where are my Yahoos? Hotmail. Who has Hotmail? My wife has Hotmail. She is a beautiful 83-year-old woman. She's so hot. But I'll tell you, the Gen Zs have it made because they have all the dirty stuff on their phones, right? It wasn't like that when we were growing up, Harry, right? No. Like, what's your favorite dirty website? He's like, Dick's Sporting Goods? I don't know. Right now, Harry looks more nervous than a white kid between two Indians at a spelling bee. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, when Harry and I were younger, we didn't have if we wanted to see scantily clad women, we didn't have OnlyFans. We had Only Sears catalog. It was not Victoria's Secret's catalog. No. Nat Geo. You are a little horny guy, aren't you? Is your wife here? Do you ever check his search history? You should. So yeah, we didn't even have 50 Shades of Grey. The closest thing we had were Judy Blume books. Reading about teenage girls lifting weights to increase a cup size. We must. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only perv here. At one time, my mom came into my room when I was reading one of these novels, and she says, "What are you reading?" I said, "Ma, I'm reading erotica." She goes running down the hallway to my dad. "Jack, you're not going to believe this. Timmy can read Latin." She was so proud. So proud. All right, if you are a millennial, make some noise. We're glad you're here. Are your Xboxes broken? Why are you here? Parents kicked you off the Netflix subscription, didn't they? Yeah. Listen, millennials are tough. They can be a tough audience. I do a lot of private parties. I recently did a 40th birthday party. 50 people in the audience, 28 millennials, and 22 free-range millennial offspring. Running around popping balloons, yelling when I'm trying to tell my jokes. I felt like I was in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, surrounded by a bunch of drunken Oompa Loompas. And the one girl comes up, she starts hanging on my mic stand. Hanging on. Meanwhile, a mic stand I just bought on Facebook Marketplace for $20. And she wouldn't let go. And you're wondering, where was the dad? Sitting right where you are, sir, with the hat on right there. He was. Stroking his facial hair, adjusting his skinny jeans, sipping his grapefruit IPA. And it occurred to me, if in 1977 little Timmy Conniff was hanging on some guy's mic stand and my dad had to put down his Genesee cream ale to separate me from said mic stand, this would have been little Timmy's first colonoscopy. No anesthesia, no copay, no lube. So finally he ripped into her like only a millennial dad could when he said, "Aurora, please come sit down." "Can you let go of the mic stand, Aurora?" "Now, is that your mic stand, Aurora?" "I don't know, Dad, you brought her. Was she carrying a mic stand?" And meanwhile, Aurora is the perfect name for this girl because she's in outer space. She's swinging on a pole in front of 50 people. And the comedian in me want to reach into my pocket, grab a fistful of ones, and make it rain on that girl. Yeah. "Hey, DJ, pour some sugar on me so Dad over here can see what the future's going to look like if it doesn't tighten some stuff up at home." But I didn't do that. Instead, I covered the mic, and I leaned forward and I said, "Aurora, there's no such thing as Santa Claus." I did. And she looked up at me, she said, "I know, I'm Jewish." If you are Gen X, baby boomer, or above, make some noise. Well, welcome to Artificial Hip Night here at the ballpark. After the show, we're going to line up some Metamucil shots. Who's in? Laughter should be regular, Harry. Yeah. I'm in that age group now, and it really hit me. Last summer, my wife and I went to see the Def Leppard concert. You have not lived until you've heard 80s music performed by 80-year-olds. They changed the spelling of their band. It's now DEAF Leopard. And after the show, they don't flick guitar picks, they launch life alerts. And while I was there, I bought a beer for $17. 24-ounce can. I don't make it sound like I got ripped off or anything. And then, in one sentence, I turned into my dad when I looked at my wife and I said, "I remember when $17 got you the whole case." Oh, and then we got to the end of the show when they played the Def Leppard song. You know what? You're about to sing it with me. "Step inside. Walk this way. You and me, babe." Hey. You sound like you're at the New Hope Theater right now. Like, really? So we get to that point of the show, and I am ready to smash my air drums when suddenly my watch sends me my bedtime notification. 9:55 p.m. I was like, "Honey, we might not make it home by midnight." We had not done that since the 90s. That was a big night for us. Yeah, it really was. Yeah. Oh, man. So I guess a lot of clap it up. Bucks County. Who lives in Bucks County? Make some noise. All right. If you're visiting Bucks County, make some noise. We're our visitors. All right, welcome. We are glad you're here. Fun fact about Bucks County. We have over 30 Wawas right here in Bucks County. Yeah. We have over 30 Wawas here. No sheets. Oh, that's a good joke. If you don't laugh at that joke, it's an indictment on your knowledge of Pennsylvania convenience stores. Yeah, that's right. We hate sheets. But listen, is this not a lovely theater here? Like, and give it up for the staff, our ushers, the sound and light guys, the bartender. I love performing here. I really do. Everywhere you can go in Bucks County, it's not the case. Some of the restaurants today could be a little snooty in Bucks County. I'm being honest with you. I was out. I just want to go. I was out by myself. My family was away. I just want to get a slice of pizza or two, mind my own business. If you could see the way they looked at me like, "What are you doing here by yourself, you freak loser?" Mark my words, I will never, ever eat again at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm done. Clap it up if you've ever taken your kids to Chuck E. Cheese and put them in the ball pit. You did? You're an unfit father, Harry. That thing's disgusting. That thing is disgusting. My son got thrown out of Chuck E. Cheese once for making a pee-pee in the ball pit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and his management was walking us to the door. I said, hey, man, could you cut the kid a break? It's his birthday party. And apparently, Chuck E. Cheese doesn't offer any grace when it's your 14th birthday party. So now I am very anti-Chuck E. Cheese. Any time I'm traveling around this country doing comedy, I see a Chuck E. Cheese, here's what I do. I go inside, and I run up to the ball pit, and I do this. Now their employees are trained exceptionally well. Every time I've done this, within 60 seconds, someone has come up to me and said, sir, I can help. Which one is yours? And that's when I say, I haven't decided yet. I'm just browsing. And ma'am, if you don't think that's funny, neither did the Pennsylvania State Police. And if I could go 6 more months without doing that, I come off a watch list. Oh, man. So we got to clap it up. We're the married couples here tonight. Married couples? All right. Date night. Very nice. Very nice. So my wife and I, we just celebrated our 28th wedding anniversary. How about that? 28 years. That's not bad, right? And there's days, so those of you who've been married a long time, you know, there's days where I think we're going to make 30, 40, 50, and beyond. And there are other days when I think we're going to get our own Dateline episode. And I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to keep things spiced up, especially in the bedroom, but she's so reluctant to try any new stuff. The other day I told her, I was like, I want to try a new position. She moved me from landscaping to laundry. Got some landscapers here tonight, all right. And I finally got a degree of having sex with high heels on like you see in the movies, and that was the dumbest thing I ever did. Because walking back from her closet, I almost broke my damn ankles in those things. That night I got no booty and 1 bunion. I don't know how you ladies do it. We're over 50 now, and I'm learning that sex in your 50s is a lot like landscaping. The older I get, the more reliant I am on power tools to get the job done. You look confused. Harry's like, is that a weed whacker joke? My wife's a preschool teacher, and apparently when you're a preschool teacher, it's okay to come home from work covered in glitter. But the few times I tried it, man, she's really tough on me. She's like, you watch too much sports. And I agree, I do watch a lot of sports. So I stopped watching SportsCenter. I haven't missed it. Because every time I turn on SportsCenter, I got to hear about Travis Kelce and... Yeah, hey, I get it. They're the world's 2 most famous tight ends. I'm tough to live with because I snore. Does he snore? Does Harry snore? I could tell by looking at him. So we tried everything. Nothing worked. Finally, she found this product that worked. It's called hostage tape. Have you ever heard? It's true. Put it into Google, Harry. It works. So it works. Since she has not complained about my snoring once since I started putting that tape across her mouth. Don't laugh at that, Harry. We just got back from a trip to Barcelona. We went to Barcelona. Anybody ever been to Barcelona? It's beautiful, right? So we're in one of these little plazas, and there's this beautiful woman there, and she's trying to take a selfie where that big long Barcelona thing is, and she couldn't get herself in with the whole Barcelona thing. And this woman, man, she had like the tight and the short. I felt like I was at the Warminster Planet Fitness. That's true. So I go over being the gentleman that I am. I was like, would you like me to take your picture? So I take the picture, and I walk back to my wife, and she smacks me. Yeah, apparently it was wrong for me to take her picture with my phone. We have 2 sons, and our oldest just turned 21. And that's a bittersweet moment for those of you who have kids that age, because, you know, on the one hand, your little boy becomes a man. On the other hand, we lost a designated driver. Oh, and he's using the dating apps now. Anyone here using the dating apps? Oh, I forgot the age of this crowd. Does anyone here use apps? There's only one I asked that question hundreds and hundreds of times. There's only one dating app that actually consistently works and ends up in marriages. It's the Jewish one. Anybody know?
J-Date.
No, not J-Date, the other one. Plenty of Lawyers. Now, I wrote that joke because after a show at the Comedy Cabaret, a woman came up to me. She said, "You're really funny, but you don't have any Jewish material." I said, "I'm sorry, man." I went on to explain to her that the only reason for that is because I'm an Irish Catholic from Scranton, Pennsylvania. And where I grew up, the word Jew was a contraction for did you. Jew eat? No, Jew. Oh, if you're from Bucks County, that's a funny, clever joke, yeah. If you're from northeastern Pennsylvania, that's chapter 1 of our Rosetta Stone. Yeah, and he's using the dating apps, and I just can't relate, because when I was his age, the most advanced form of dating technology that was available was the bathroom wall. The Gen Zs have no idea what we're talking about right now. Watch this, Gen Zs. 8, 6, 7. These are my people. These are my people. Now, they're not amazed that we were able to sing that in unison because they're too busy wondering, why was there no area code? Didn't need one. Simpler times. We also have a high school senior who still lives at home, by the way. And he's constantly complaining, constantly how hard it is growing up in this third world nation we call Bucks County. He'll be in his room doing schoolwork and we'll hear this. Wi-Fi here is so slow. Yeah, son, the Wi-Fi here is a little slow, but you know what it's faster than? The Encyclopedia Britannica. For our Gen Zs, encyclopedias were like Google books back in the day. For our senior citizens, the internet is an information superhighway. And I said to him, I'm like, dude, I don't even know why you study. Do you know if kids get a bad grade on a test today, they can ask to take a retest? A retest. When I was his age, I want to prove a grade. I had to wait for the teacher to leave the room, run up to the desk, find a red pen, open the grade book, and change that 66 into an 88. We called it the old Scranton Scribble. And that's a true story. That's how I passed trig my senior year. I'm not proud of it. And I told him the story, and here's what he says. Well, Dad, why wasn't the grade book password protected? I turned to my wife and I said, he will live in our basement deep into his 30s. Oh, and he wants to go to college. Guess what college he wants to go to? Georgetown. Any ideas how much Georgetown costs a year? Well over $80,000 a year. $80,000 a year, yeah. We had a little family talk about that one. And he said, what's wrong, Dad? Can't we afford it? No, son, you see, Daddy slings jokes in Sellersville. Money is not an issue. Pretty soon, Daddy's gonna be headlining in Percy. And he wants to major in digital sports media marketing. Harry, that's a new way of saying unemployed. Oh my God, this kid. He just got his first cologne. You ready for this? Pumpkin spice cologne. He puts them on, he's like, Dad, what do you think? I say, I think it's great if you're trying to hook up with 40-year-old white women outside of Target. Stand there with a fistful of Kohl's cash. She'll take you back to her place, pick up a couple of White Claws, watch The Bachelor. She'll be jumping out of those yoga pants, son. Joke's hitting a little too close to home for some women over here. Stay away from my son. And he's mortified. He's absolutely mortified that I do stand-up comedy. He said, Dad, I only take comfort in the fact that you'll never make it. Yeah. I said, son, that's the same comfort I take in your ability to get into Georgetown. He said, Dad, you're too old, you're too stodgy, and you got no social media game. Harry, I got so pissed, I almost threw my BlackBerry at him. But it got caught in the pocket of my members only jacket. Like the one on your chair. Too old, too stodgy, no social media game. So we're all gonna prove him wrong tonight. I want everyone to take out your phone right now and follow me on LinkedIn. I got a question for you. Whether or not you have teenage kids. Are these kids tough enough today? No. They are not tough enough. Like, my boys think they're tough, but they're only like Doylestown tough. They're like, yo, daddy, we grew up on the wrong side of the cul-de-sac. Boys, you grew up on the north side of a Toll Brothers development. In a town known for antiquing. The closest you ever got in a fight was when mommy made you try on a turtleneck at Marshall's. No. No, Daddy, we fight. As a matter of fact, tonight, after SAT prep class, we gotta go fight some kids from New Hope. Oh, where's that brawl going down? Peddler's Village? You gonna throw down in front of the Lucky Cupcake? Oh, man, you guys are so much fun. My time's almost up, but if you wanted to really follow me, you could follow me on Instagram at Tim Conniff, and if you follow me, you could be the 346th person to follow me. A number my agent calls woefully inadequate. And timconniff.com if you want to see where I'm performing throughout the Bucks County, Montgomery County area. So I'll leave you with this. You know what really drives me nuts about these kids today, especially these kids in that Central Bucks area? How they act like they're so rich and they don't even have access to their trust funds yet. Yeah. Yeah, like growing up in Scranton back in the 80s, we didn't have anything. We didn't even have a dishwasher. Every kid in Doylestown has a dishwasher, and a lot of them don't even know his name. My neighbor's 14-year-old daughter was over our house the other day. She was going on and on about how Aruba is her favorite island. I said, honey, when I was 14 years old, growing up in Scranton back in the 80s, I had two favorite islands, Fantasy and Gilligan's. He just got back from his high school trip to Spain. Spain. Daddy, where was your international high school trip? The Camden Aquarium. For the first time in Daddy's life, he got to see blowfish and black people. Hey, you guys have been great. My name's Tim Conniff. Thank you.